Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. As a young potter yearning for pottery truth, I found Michael Cardu's writing inspiring. I will read a brief passage. The potter's maxim should be one which says, "The world only follows those who have despised as well as served it." If you put the service first, you inquire only what people demand. But if you put the despising first, it means you have your own firm persuasion about what people ought to be demanding. Make that and await developments. The essential thing is that the potter does not merely follow what his public wants, but leads it, so that in the end, they want what he wants. He will often have to wait a long time before he is accepted. He makes his life hard for himself at first, but later his public will come to him, because in his workshop, the potter's art is alive. So that in the end, they want what he wants. He will often have to wait a long time before he is accepted. He makes his life hard for himself at first, but later on, his public will come to him because in his workshop, the potter's art is alive. Michael Cardu was a British potter, a college kid, trained in St. Ives with Leach and Hamada. His pioneer spirit included relocating to West Africa, where he built kilns, found local clay and glaze sources, and made stoneware pottery. Later, he wrote a book about it called Pioneer Pottery, published in America in 1971. The book was anticipated by American potters, though much of the book concerned establishing pottery making where previously none had been. When he writes of the potter in relation to his public and the potter in his cultural setting, Cardu suggests answers to many of the questions troubling me as I was trying to fit myself into our culture. Questions such as, could I develop a voice in pots that would let me speak? Cardu's writing helped strengthen me until my dreams of being a potter began to feel true. I'm grateful to so many people who helped make this weekend in Minneapolis possible. Thanks to Warren and Nancy McKenzie, who first envisioned this exhibition and saw my collection of pots as a valuable educational tool, demonstrating a potter's evolution through a lifetime of work. Emily Galusha invited me to present the pots in the security of the Northern Clay Center and resolutely sponsored the publishing of my book. Emily has tirelessly supported our craft and created an extraordinarily pottery-friendly institution in the heart of Minneapolis. I thank her. For the graceful hospitality provided by Maureen and Rick Cox for our stay here in Minneapolis. To my classmates, Mark Pharis, Randy Johnston, Sandy Simon, Wayne Branum, who graciously agreed to show their outstanding work and help me celebrate this pottery weekend near the place we all started. To my remarkable classmates, thank you for your continuing inspiration. They are the best potters that we have. And to one person in particular, whose gifts are generous and whose artwork is so beautiful, my wife, Susan Roberts. Please let us celebrate her labor on the book, Michael Simon, Evolution. She is the editor and the designer and has managed with grace every single thing about it. And for those coming from near and far, thank you. I'm going to ask Michael Cardew to carry us a little further. Here he speaks of the character of indigenous people and their work. Modern potters, weighed down with the intellectual heritage of the West, may feel that they are incapable of this spontaneity and direct simplicity of treatment, this combination of gentleness and generosity. We tend to blame our whole civilization because we cannot produce anything of comparable beauty. But this is unjust to our civilization and unjust to us. It cannot be true that art of this quality is something which can only be produced in an age of intellectual innocence. Civilization is essentially an enlarging of consciousness. We should try to enlarge it a little more. The very fact that we are capable of feeling nostalgia for primitive pottery proves that we also have the capacity, if we set ourselves to work in the right way, to carry the process of civilizing ourselves a few steps further, until at last we shall wake up and find that we too can make good pots. Thank you for coming.